Now I pull what?
Hello, everybody. Let's fix this here. How are y'all doing today? It is Joshua and Emma, and we're playing around with something new. There we go. That's a little bit better. We have a green screen, and although there's some issues we're still working on, we will figure it out eventually. Hi, September. As we go about this, we will let you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna use this to do things for political stuff. I'm looking at analyzing things for politics. Maybe taking some bills that are going to be going through the Texas Legislation, and just breaking it down for y'all, and see how that goes. I didn't say anything.
Well, just a minute ago, we were practicing, so, we had this really good practice. It was really good. And the one thing was
Woo! Look at that.
We have done this a million times, and I already know a million times sometimes. Well, we did this a million tries on the computer, but right now,
with a little help from Uncle Caleb, of course, he told us the first stream we may have some issues, and as I'm watching it, looks like it does. September, how's it look? Is it real bad? Can you give me some feedback there from where you're at? Is it? LOL. Yeah, it's funny, I'm sure. Do you see a black spot on my eye? I do. How's it look to you? Emma looks like she's like half cut out. You know? It may just be a little dark out there. Here, Emma, go open that door right there. See if we could get a little bit more light. Just to kind of help offset. It's bad? Okay. Well, some issue there. Open it up a little bit more. Okay, let's...
that good?
That looks a little better. We're a little bit red now.
That's good. Good try, Red. Okay, this is what I want to tell you, September.
Sit back.
September, you are the one that always watches that YouTube channel. Seriously?
I don't... Cassie's in the other room. Cassie! She's laying down on the bed.
She's tired.
Yeah. There she is.
Oh, Cassie, up.
Alright, so what is all over you, Cassie? Not everybody has met Cassie. This is Cassie. Which the picture looks really horrible. I don't know why the picture looks that bad. We got some work to do, I think. It looks better when we're not streaming. Let me see. And some bluish color. This is Cassie. Cassie, say hi to this computer. Hi.
Yeah.
And she looks all messed up. There we go. A little bit better. Further away. It's a really bad camera. Unfortunately, I'm working with just a laptop camera. I hope it could get better. I mean, I could do this on my phone, but it wouldn't have the green screen capability. And wouldn't be as fun. So,
yeah.
I want to make this fun. I want to make it interesting, and I don't want to... Huh? Well, talk.
And, September, I already know what you were going to say. Please say she's not going to say anything. But The one thing is, I could say it, September. Everything's September. September is watching YouTube, and I don't know why. Pretty sure she's cool. She's just a rule and do. Why is September always doing this? She literally watches YouTube 1,000 times. 1,000 times and more. More 1,000 times and 1,000 times. Our dog Cassie just walked out the door. Why does it keep switching hands?
What do you mean? As you move your hand around, it's going to show. See if we can. No, that goes out of the green. Uncle Caleb said there was a few things we could do. I don't know if I can fix it while we're live. Probably not. And it certainly doesn't look like it.
One thing. Seriously, why did that just pop up?
Huh. It's okay. Alright, so while I have you on here, I wanted to show y'all something too. Let me see. Texas TLO. No.
He's showing you something on my TV.
Yes, I've got the TV hooked up to my laptop, so I can see stuff up there, and then I can look at y'all here, and something really cool is about to happen here in a minute. Alright, I'm going to switch you over, and you are going to see this.
Hello.
Yeah, and we're going to go, whoops, no, that's not what I want. I want you to go big, and I want this to go small. We're in the corner. All right, so this is the TLO website. How many have ever heard of TLO? Some of y'all should. Some of y'all have gone to these meetings with me and done stuff. TLO is the Texas Legislation online. You can go to their website and you can look up new stuff. You can do bill searches. You can even sign in.
You can even sign more in.
See, I can log in. Here I am. Sign me in. Alright, I'm signed in, and I can go look and see at all the stuff that I have set up. And let's see, we're in the 86 legislation, by the way, the 2009.
Okay, 2009. Okay, September, you better stop watching.
Here's my alerts, just to let y'all know. I get alerts.
Cassie.
My
Cassie.
bill alerts today. I didn't get what? I didn't get any alerts today. Where's my... Oh, because I don't have bills
Cassie.
specifically. I have subjects. That's right. I've got it set up for subjects.
Well,
So here you go. I have concealed handguns, gun show, gun trigger safety locks, Montgomery County, and weapons. So I get notifications for all those things.
I really know that.
Well, why should what, September? What did you say something to September?
Why does she keep talking?
Because we want people to talk. We want people to be involved.
Wait, I'm gonna say something.
What are you gonna say? What you gotta say?
Help me write it.
Help you write what?
Write my name and spell what I want to spell.
For what?
Send it to September.
No, you just talk and she types. You
Say-
talk, she types. Emma said to stop watching. No, we don't want September to stop watching. Hey, September, you need to get with your friends or anybody you know, LOL, just so you can do it, and just get as many people on here as possible. We need to get as many people to watch.
September, we need to get more people, 16 people, 17 people, 19 people, 100 people. Like, get it all the way up to 1,000 trillion. Is that okay, September? Or, LOL, put down, LOL, SOS. You know that September is the one that always watches YouTube, does not talk to her friends.
Oh, stop bashing your sister. We love you, September.
Stop it, September. I don't want to wake.
Okay, so I'm sure you're seeing this better than I am, but just to show you, like I said, I've got concealed handguns, gun shows, trigger safety, and you can add more. You can go down here to add subjects to my list, and you can look up stuff like, look, there's the biggest topic we discuss. There should never be this, no abortions. Only one that's acceptable is if it's life or death to the woman. Other than that, you have no right. You spread your legs and let some man put it in. You have to accept responsibility for your actions. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. If you don't like it, well, you can move on. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Alcohol beverage, alcoholism and drug abuse, aliens. They actually have topics about aliens. Yes, they do. You can get notifications for business and commerce, different ones. Enterprise, foreign, general, small business, trade practices. Cemeteries, charitable, nonprofit orgs, city government, and in some of those city governments, you can select certain ones. There's county government, court systems, crime, criminal procedure. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Drunk driving, economics, education. You could go on for days just selecting this. I've selected a few things that I mostly typically watch. I know you see me looking up there a lot. So let me do this. I'm just going to cut me out. And I want y'all to focus on what I'm showing y'all. There we go. So, come back over here. There's my mouse. So, there's many things here that you can see. Yes, we love you, September. There's parks, wildlife, probation, resolution.
Yes, September, we do love you.
Stuff after stuff. You can do it by that way. Also, you could go by committee minutes if you want to get notifications for committee minutes. Specific House, Senate, whatever the committee is. Committee note. Whoops. Hold on, I gotta go back. Alerts. I want to see alerts. Okay, take me back to alerts. Oh, come on. Now it's not going to work for me. Alright, there we go. We're back to alerts. Okay, so you could do calendars. This would be, for instance, okay, when a bill gets introduced, it gets sent over to the calendars committee. And if y'all were at the Tea Party and saw Rachel Malone, she can't kind of explain some of this, but when she explained it, it goes to the calendar committee, and the calendar committee determines if a bill goes through or not. As you can see, I have some email alerts and stuff that I get. And once it goes from there, it goes to actual committee. And again, it's broken down by whatever, appropriations, elections, all that. And then that's the notice. And then you go to the committee minutes. This is information that they talked about during that time. And then you also have adjournments. Receive House adjournments and Senate adjournments. I do want to set up for that. I get a lot of emails from TLO, so it's just going to be another email that I got to monitor, but it'd be good to have. So, I mean, I only have one view at the moment. Come on, we can do better than that. I put something out on Facebook, but you know, nobody's out there. Let me
Yes, September, we do love you, September.
Don't be tapping on my screen with that, Emma. You're gonna mess up my.
September, I don't know why you keep doing this.
Hey, stop. We're live. We don't need to be saying stuff about September.
And we'll see you next time.
No, not now.
Dang, I really want to go.
You really want to go? Where are you going to go?
Well, we had to go get some drinks and stuff, but we're back. We are live. We had to go get some drinks a minute ago. We are back on live, meant we had to go take a drink. Actually, I am going to take a drink right now.
Yep, I took a drink. All right, so you can go to the house. You can look at their webpage. You can see who all's in there. Speaker of the House. Now, keep in mind that things have changed. The 8th, everything will go into play. At the moment, it should come up as Strauss. But he will be going bye-bye. So, it's not coming up, but you can see the members. Shout out to Cecil Bell, our wonderful member. Right there. He needs an updated picture, but all in all, he's our awesome representative in our district. District 3.
Where's Charlie Riley?
He's local. He's not on stateside. But you can see all the pictures and everybody that's in there, and the Republican and Democrats. But this is your representatives. Let's go back. Keep losing my cursor on my extended screen there.
Daddy.
Yes, baby.
September sent us a lot of posts.
Well, that's okay. She's watching.
Look. She sent what's the top one say?
What?
The top one of September's.
That? Hi, Emma.
Next one.
What? I'm not going to sit here and read it. Okay, so the Senate doesn't show the pictures. But if you click on it, like Paul Betancourt.
I will talk to the people. Okay.
Emma. It shows his office, which is 3E-16. Now, I don't know if it's going to stay the same because this is still showing the 85th, not the 86, which we're in the 86 coming up. So he may have changed offices, phone numbers, so on and so forth. Now his district office is going to be the same, so that would fall in suit. But those are the committees he's on. If he stays on that, I don't know.
Don't hear.
But let me show you some cool stuff. So you can look up bills, and you can go and look up the 86th, and you just want you can do just do text. I think you have to have a bill number though. Yeah, you have to have a bill number. So this is what I would do is go search bill search. I think this is how I did it last time. Yeah, this is how I did it last time. And I selected the 86th, and I want to know everything. I want to know everything.
I'm just back here chilling in the green screen.
From, let's go back to November.
So cute. Oh, so cute.
November 1st to today.
Oh.
And what is today? Today is the 7th. No, 8th. 6th.
Baby girl,
It's off the screen.
I love you.
Let's bring it over a little bit. Is that better? Can y'all see that better? I bet y'all you can. Alright, so let's search.
And he's in political science.
Hold on, how did I do it?
And the Snoop blanket. I'm out. Out of here, guys.
Action. I'm sorry, guys. I've only done this a couple of times. Well, let's do it this way. Let's look up conceal carry. No. There's a way I did this the other day.
Dad, did you forget a piece?
No, I did not. I don't need it that big. The other day I looked up everything. I get an action must be completed. So let's select
This one. Sorry, guys.
introduce.
I'm just doing something right now.
Oh, filed.
I'll figure something out.
We'll just put filed.
File, yeah, file. Yeah, just put file, please. Put file for anything, guys.
If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Remind me.
Is the green screen okay, Cassie?
I've done this, but I didn't have to do all this. I don't remember how I did it last time. And this should be everything, but it doesn't look like it. Well, maybe it is. So here you can see. Let me go over because I do know the concealed carry is in the 200 range. I want to say it's like 250.
So glad you're on here, September. I want to know.
Let's see what that takes us. 225.
Just have to take a little move break out of here.
See this one right here. I mean, look at this. Prohibition of certain discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity or expression. First of all, there's two genders, male and female. I don't care who you are. Freaking Google says that there's 3, and that's hermaphroditic. And basically, you're both sexes. And you know that may be true on where you have 2 X chromosomes, but for the general population, you have a XY and an X chromosome. You have XY and XX. Maybe it's a YY. Hold on, I can't remember the 3 chromosomes off the top of my head. I know I should probably review this all before doing this, huh? It's an initial trial and error here with this. So X, Y. Okay, so just looking it up, females typically have two of the same kind of sexual chromosomes, XX, and are called homogenetic sexes. Males have XYs and are called heterogenetic sexes. The only one is XX males or XY female. Huh? But you can't have XX males. I'm sorry. That doesn't happen. I gotta ask, how do you have an XX male syndrome? It's a rare congenital condition where an individual with a female genotype has phenotypical male characteristics that can be very based cases. In 90% of these individuals, the syndrome is caused by unequal crossings over between X and Y during mitosis in the father and resulting in the X chromosome containing the SRY gene. It says don't be confused with sexual determination. Not to be confused with sexual determination in some non-human mammal species that lack a Y chromosome at all, such as the transcaucasional mole vole. But I mean, now they got the ZY sexual determination. But that's in birds, fish, and crustacean. My guess is the okay, so I get it. The ZW sexual determination is based off the ovum, where the XY is based off of the sperm. And I also see an XO sexual determination system. What is this? This is an arachnids. Okay. So hermaphrodites is an organism that has complete or partial reproductive organs and produces gametes normally associated with both male and female sexes. So the third one is essentially a hermaphrodite, but it's very rare in humans.
Hi, I'm back. I just ate some Doritos. Good.
Instead of hermaphroditic, they're saying to replace it as intersex. That's the new political, PC way to say it. Mixed XX-XY chromosome pairs. Basically, it's a 46XX by 46XY. Clinically, medicine currently describes intersex people as having a disorder of sex development. Term vigorously contested. So, anyways, getting back to the bill here, that's stupid. I mean, I don't discriminate against anybody, and to have a law that tells me not to discriminate someone is wrong, in my opinion. The fact that anybody discriminates against anybody is silly to begin with. I try not to. Let's see, here's another one, 254 per, same thing. I mean, literally. Buy another. And what was that bill again? I can't remember. I don't. Maybe it's in the 270s. So basically, one of the things I want to do is I want to go through these bills, and I want to break it down for y'all. Trying to find one. By the way, just so you know, political subdivision includes cities, not just local subdivisions. So when a bill is against a political subdivision, they are basically putting the bill against them as well. I'm gonna look here real quick and see. I did an analysis on a different bill. Let me see what the... Oh, I was saving these bills, huh?
Zoomer still on?
Okay, so
Okay, so
okay, September, I love you. Have fun. Sweet dreams. You got school Tuesday. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, have fun at school. 231. HB 231.
Wait, we go back to school on the 7th and 8th?
No, on the 8th, baby.
Oh.
We're going to go back to Bill 231. Wow, that took me all the way back. All the way. Let's see. 6. Nope, not far enough. 7. Do I make it? Probably not. Nope. Let's try 9. Yeah, I should hit it this one. A little too far. Oh, 238. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the 238.
On the 8th.
Alright, right here. Let me show you this bill.
On the 8th.
And I'm going to go over some of the language. Okay, so when you get to the bill, you'll see there's history. Last action was it was filed, introduced. The caption text is relating to enforcement of certain law enforcement regulation, regulating firearms, firearm accessories, and firearm ammunition with state of Texas. Subjects: law enforcement, political subdivisions, state agencies, board and commission, weapons, and attorney general. It was filed 11/12/2018. You can go to the text. It's going to take a second here. And you can see the introduced version. Also, actions tell you, excuse me, that it was filed. You can look at who authored it, any captions that might be made, which Krause authored it. He's an awesome guy. Got nothing against him. And then bill stages, which it's in the introductory stage. So let me go to the text here, and I'm going to pull it up. Now I want you to see this. Once it comes up.
This is a very special thing for my dad. He loves this.
Alright, so, just kind of going over, it starts out like any other bill, a bill to be enacted relating to law enforcement of certain federal law regulating firearms, firearm accessories, and ammunition within the state. Be it enacted, the legislation, and then it goes into Section 1, Chapter 1 of the Penal Code, Section 1.10 to read the following. I'm going to go down to 1.10.1 where it says firearm has a meaning assigned by section 46.101.
Yes, that one.
And then it goes into firearm accessories. Now it defines it, meaning an item that is used in conjunction with or mounted on a firearm but is not essential to the basic functions of a firearm. Understandable. Flashlight. Red dot, maybe a scope, anything like that, handle for you, any accessory you put on it. Now, at the end, it says the term includes a detachable firearm magazine. A magazine is what is used
to load your gun.
to load your gun. Thank you, Emma. Can y'all see that? It looks like it's a little off the screen.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. Why is the Timber saying a lot?
She's gone.
She's gone?
Yeah, she went to bed.
I can't go to bed because my shoes are on. And it's not even my bedtime. It's way past my bedtime.
Okay, there you go. You can see that better. All right, so, and if you didn't know, we're right here. Includes detachable firearm magazine. The magazine is what has your rounds in it to fire. That is either your 9mm, 5.56, your 22. Now, anything, it has the ammo that's going to be coming out of your gun. Okay? Now, if you classify it as an accessory, then later on they can say you don't need it and ban it. And I don't agree that it should be added to accessory. It is essential for the firearm to function. So I pretty much do not like this being in here. They can fight me on it all they want. While I agree that it is a necessary bill, I do not agree that should be included. I think that should be amended out and needs to go bye-bye. I don't like it because an attachable magazine or detachable magazine, well, I mean, if I take my 9mm and I drop the magazine and I only way for me to actually fire or chamber a round is for me to pull the slide back, put a round in, and release the slide. Okay? And that is very, very dangerous because that slide can go forward and hurt you or fire off a round. And some of these guns don't have the ability to stop the firing pin when they go forward without the safety being enacted. My particular gun has a manual safety where I can put it in play and I can, go and point it in a safe direction and pull the trigger and it won't even release the firing pin. However, you go with a Glock or like my 40 cal Smith & Wesson and I'm sorry, Springfield 40, and it has a trigger and handguard safety. So when my finger is on the trigger and my hand is on that handguard at the same time, it will fire no matter what. So if I just happen to have that one of those safeties released and I put that slide forward, it could possibly go off. Probably very rare for those who do have guns. It's probably rare, but there's that off chance. And I understand them, and nobody's watching. But you know what? People can go back and watch it later on, okay? So, because once I end the stream, it will be on my channel, and people can go back and look at it. It'd be pretty cool. Continuing on, to go down, an agent. Okay, so to give you an idea of what this is saying is an agency of the state or a political subdivision of the state and a law enforcement officer or other persons employed by agency of the state or political subdivision of the state may not contract with or in any other manner provide assistance to a federal agency or official with respect to enforcement of a federal statute, order, rule, or regulation purporting to regulating a firearm. Firearm accessory, firearm ammunition, anything like that. This is basically giving our state the right to self-govern its firearms. Yay! We like that. We don't want the federal government in our business. Get rid of it. We don't want them. I love this bill already. However, there are a few things that happen if you continue reading. It goes into... It does not apply to a contract or agreement to provide assistance in the enforcement of federal statute, order, rule, or regulation in effect on January 31st, 2019 that pertains to border security. Okay, so I totally want border security. Build the wall. Make America great again. Love you, President Trump. However, The issue that I have with this is we have people that live on the border of the state of Texas. And if the federal government comes down and they're standing on their land at the border and they wish to take the homeowners' guns away for fear or safety of their life, God forbid, because they're out there trying to protect the border just as probably better than DHS, but anyways, that's another story. They have every right to, because the Texas government is basically giving them that right. No ifs, ands, buts are about it. Or as Rick says on what's this show? Think Like a Cop. No ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts. So if you haven't seen it, go look at Think Like a Cop, or there's another one that he does. I'll think of it here in a minute. But getting back to the bill. After that, basically it goes into that the Attorney General has jurisdiction, and if anybody, public or political subdivision, police agency, or state official violates the order, then they can be prosecuted by the Attorney General, and Ken Paxton's not afraid to do that. And it can be submitted anonymously. So if you see this happening, if you see someone allowing it to happen, or a cop allowing it to happen, you can report it. Get the police officer's badge number if you're able. If not, get his unit number if you're from a distance, and report it, and Ken Paxton will take over from there. And we don't want the federal government involved in our business at all. Section 2, depending on how many sections there are, if there's more than 2 sections, then it'd be 3 or 4, continuing on. But Section 2 of this particular act just goes into talking about when it takes effect, which it would take effect immediately on September 1st. Or, I'm sorry, it would take effect immediately if it receives 2/3 votes. Otherwise, it would take effect on September 1st. So we would hope it goes in immediately. So this is some of the stuff I want to do. I want to go through these. I want to explain what I find, what issues I find, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have some really good, awesome people out there like Kraus. Like I said, nothing against him. I'm not trying to bash his bill or him. I'm just pointing out the things as a license to carry, firearm owner, and a Second Amendment advocate, love for God, country, and gun, member of the United States citizenship, would do. So, glad he's getting that bill out there. I think they just need to amend a few things, and we could go on from there. There are other bills out there. I will go into more later on. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add it to my bill list so I can monitor it. We'll just call it weapons. Oh, I gotta have it. I gotta have a description apparently. List of bills involving weapons. None. Alright. Added successfully to bill list. Awesome. So I should be able to go into my TLO and go to my bill list. And you see I got weapons right there. I can run it and I can see all the bills, and there's the bills right there. So that's how that works. So you could do other ways. You could search all the way. Statutes, House journals. You can go to committee, meetings by date, upcoming meetings, membership, vote information. If you don't know who to vote for, you can go there. Which I have some news that will be coming out here shortly. Most of y'all already know it, but those of you who don't, I will be coming out with some awesome news in the future. So that's the TLO in a nutshell. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. We definitely want to get you in the right direction and see if we can help you out and help show you some of that stuff that you don't already know. And if you do know, awesome. Maybe you could teach me a few things. I know Rachel has taught me some. I was already a member of TLO, but she showed me some things that I didn't know, and I'm very grateful. And so, yeah, we definitely want to go and learn that some more. The U.S. government has the same kind of thing. They don't have a TLO, but they have a way for you to monitor it. I'll show you here real quick. Let's see, U.S. Congress. And it should be Congress.gov, but I still look it up just to make sure. Yep, Congress.gov, the Library of Congress. This includes Senate and House. All right, and here we've got a lot of the same things. You can sign in. I don't remember my sign in. It's been a while. Hopefully, nope, it doesn't have it in there. I'll have to figure that one out again. I get notifications for this as well. You can go through and you can browse what they've done. You can see the congressional record. I get end of day notifications. So at the end of the day, it tells me what the Senate and what the House has done. If they're not in office, then it just doesn't show me anything, or send me anything. But I can go to my emails and I can see what happened and monitor the bills, and it gives me all the bills that they did that day, so I can go see what's been entered in. I can go read the current bills. It also gives me roll call votes. Obviously, nothing really should come in. We're just starting 1/16. Let's see what the legislation holds. One roll call. They had a quorum. Election of the Speaker. Unfortunately, Nancy Pelosi. They created a fiscal year for September. They passed it on. They took away the border funding, and that's not cool with me at all. I'm not real happy with that. So that was not a good thing. So let's see what the Senate did. Senate. I really wish the Senate would have passed it. People keep blaming the dang president for the bill that was at the end of the year that went through the House, got to the Senate. I'm sorry, guys. It's not the president's fault. It never reached his desk. If it would have reached his desk and he didn't sign it, then yes, I would say you have every right to blame the president. But it went to the Senate, and the Senate, you got some of those people over in the Senate that walked out and went on vacation, went to Hawaii, went all over the place, and didn't do nothing. So it just was not cool. They should have done their vote. They should have tried to move it on or not, whatever the case may be. And they didn't. And now we have a government shutdown, and people are blaming the president. And I think that they're messed up for doing that because it's not his fault. He didn't do it. Yes, he wants the border. We need the border. So, need to stop blaming the president. I'm getting tired of it. So, Emma's bringing me some slime. She's got some slime here. The Senate doesn't look like they have any roll call, but so I'm just gonna move on. But as you can see, you can do some of the same stuff. You can browse.
I can't open.
Yeah, it's really hard. You can look at the laws. You can go by committees, legislation by action. Ooh, that's slimy. There you go. Wow, it's 11 o'clock at night, Emma.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 10:53. We've been on for 1 hour and 4 minutes. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of things you can do. I wanted to do a constitutional series on here. And I thought long and hard about it. And I know I told some of y'all I was going to do this. I'm really sorry. I'm not going back on my word. But here's the thing. There are people out there such as PragerU and Hillsdale College, Hillsdale/Rush, I believe Hillsdale/Levin, will get you all that, get you in there. Go sign up. They're much more knowledgeable. I might do a little thing on the First and Second Amendment. There's some things that people talk about, and you know, let me just hit on that real quick. The separation of church and state. I'm just going to put this out because people need to understand this. First of all, the Constitution was designed for the government, not the people. It was designed as a rule book for the government. So when it says the separation of church and state, it is not talking about the actual government individuals. Okay? You can have people who believe in a religion be in office. You can have prayer at every session. And if you want to make it nice, you could even just have, let's take a moment of silence so everybody gets to pray their own way. Okay? Because that's the way the Constitution of God set it up. It's supposed to be for everybody. Now, here's the thing. People want it to be taken out of schools. Separation of church and state. That is not what it is intended for. It is intended so the government cannot create a law that prevents you from being whatever the heck it is you want to be, whether it be Christian, Muslim, Catholic, atheist, whatever. Okay? And yes, I said Christian and Catholic, and some of y'all are going to say, but aren't they the same thing? No, they are not. As a Christian, I'm not a Jew, I'm not Catholic, I'm a non-denominational, I'm a Bible believer. What the Bible says is what it says. I follow the New Testament. I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, and therefore I will go to heaven because I believe in John 3:16, whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life, and I believe in Jesus wholeheartedly. Amen. Whether you do or not, that is up to you. The government cannot create a law that prevents anyone, whether it be Christian or Muslim or whatever, from practicing their faith. However, the Constitution does say there is no other law above me. And Sharia law says the same thing. So there is a conflict between Sharia law and Constitution. And Constitution wins, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you socialites think. I don't care what you Democrats think. The Constitution is the law of the land here in the United States. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Alright? Second Amendment. Yes, everybody wants to say a well-regulated militia. Well-regulated. Yes, I get that, okay? That's not talking about your right to bear arms. That's talking about how the people have a right to have a well-regulated militia. And what that means is basically our National Guard. The state has a National Guard. That is the state well-regulated militia. You can have local militias as well. Yes, you can. They need to be trained and well-regulated. Not necessarily by the government. Okay, but they need to have boundaries they can't overstep. Alright? Now, the right to bear arms. Every citizen of the United States has the right to bear arms. The minute you take those rights away from people, you're not helping everybody. All these people that want to take our guns away, forget it. And I'm going to tell you, if you do that, you're only hurting this nation. You're not helping it. Because guess what? People are still going to get a hold of guns. They're still going to have those guns. And they're still going to come after us. And it's not going to be safe. At all. Our streets are going to be riddled with people who are who have guns and they obtained it illegally. It's not okay to take our guns away. I'd rather have a gun and be in public and save y'all, whether you like it or not, when that guy walks in and tries to rob the bank or tries to rob the store. Because I'll be ready for him. I will do my damnedest to protect my family, my friends, and this country as I served in the military, and I honor that oath even now that I'm out. I shall defend this country, both foreign and domestic.
And more.
Till the day I die, and I will honor all lawful orders, lawful being the key. Just because I'm out of the service doesn't mean that oath ends. I came out honorably. I served my time honorably. And I continue to serve it as a private citizen. And I will do that till the day I die. So, as much as y'all want to try and take our guns away, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. At all. I won't let it. And there's people like CJ that's not going to let it. And Rick and a bunch of other people out there that are going to fight you tooth and nail. Oh, and these red laws. These red laws. All you're doing is giving the government a person the right to call the government on you. You get in a little scuffle and someone knows you're carrying a gun. Oh my God, he showed his gun. He's a problem. He's mental. He did this. He did that. Now that person loses his gun and gun rights. When all you did was get into an argument, the gun wasn't shown, but because you knew that there was a gun, you called the cops on him, and he loses his gun for that? You don't want it done to you. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. That's what I teach my kids. Alright, well, I've ranted. We'll go more into the Constitution a little bit later. I just really, I don't want to go so far into it. And the main reason is because there's people who have done more research. I believe in the Constitution. I know the Constitution, but there's more to it. You really got to go into the federal papers to understand it better, and I'm just now getting into the study of that. And you know, I just I'm not comfortable yet to be able to go as in depth as maybe Hillsdale College is. I recommend, if you want to learn about the Constitution, please go to Hillsdale College. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, but I'm not. I will give a shout out to Rush Limbaugh. You can go to Hillsdale College /Rush. And I believe Mark Levin's is Hillsdale College /Levin. And you could get on there with them. So please go check it out and tell me what you think. And you know, we wish y'all the best, and we'll see y'all next time. Emma wants to give a shout out to everybody.
It's Slimin'.
Do what?
It's slime.
Slimin'? She's slimin', everybody. She's a slimin'. Just a slimin'. God bless. We love y'all. Have a good night.